Simpson. And Japan have gone absolutely without lead. This is Whitmore. Hall and Gale both available. It's still Whitmore. It is the Reggae Boys who take the lead.
Ball chat.
Greetings, football lovers. Welcome to BCN Sports watch along of English Premier League. Happy Sunday to the family. My name is Benton. Benton Lawson to be exact. We're getting ready for the English Premier League game coming up here in 3 or so minutes. Tottenham HOTSPURS versus Manchester City. Let's get to the starting 11. It's been a wild weekend in football. Let's get to the starting 11. Before I do that, hopefully you all are having a wonderful Sunday. And hopefully you're warm wherever you are in the U.S. It's, it's pretty cool outside. I think the temperature currently is, 20-something or in the teens, somewhere around there. But it feels like 1 or so degrees in Atlanta. So, stay safe where you are. Make sure you're staying warm. Big up to those on the live. Welcome to BCN Sports watch along of Tottenham versus Man City Premier League encounter. Let's get to the starting 11. Of course, both these teams had Champions League encounter in the middle of the week. So, there might be a little bit of rust. Let's get to the starting 11. Might be a little bit of exhaustion, not rust. Let's get to the starting 11 for Thomas Frank's Tottenham HOTSPURS. You know what? A few weeks ago, there were concerns whether Frank is on the hot seat. Maybe he's still on the hot seat. I think with the performance in the Champions League, of course, they've automatically qualified to the round of 16, finishing the top 8. So that may have alleviated some of the pressure on Thomas Frank. So let's get to his starting 11. He's been struggling with injuries and with players. Junior is jumping on. He's got Vicario in goal, Dragusin, Romero, and Paulinho in the back three. Junior, how you doing, family? Yellow, how is the Sunday morning going?
I'm good. I'm trying to thaw out over here.
Yeah, I know you were suffering from the bug, whatever, flu, chlamydia or whatever, so I think your voice gone.
This dude just say chlamydia.
I didn't know chlamydia affect voice. But glad to know that you're feeling better. That means things are lock and loaded for BCN Sports Ball Chat Weekly at 5 p.m. then.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
All right, see that. Getting to the starting 11. Was going Cristian, Romero, Paulinho, Bissouma, Conor Gallagher. It's changed seeing Conor Gallagher in the Tottenham team. Archie Gray, Odegi, Xavi Simons, Dam Solanke, and Kolo Muani. Your thoughts on the starting 11 for Thomas Frank? And again, do you think that his performance in the Champions League, I mentioned this recently, may have alleviated, I mentioned it a few minutes ago, may have alleviated the pressure that Thomas has been under?
It's a loaded question. And we will know about, because remember Tottenham is it's not Daniel Levy anymore, right? So we will know what the direction is that Tottenham is seeking after how they treat Thomas Frank, especially over the next 2 games, because Thomas Frank can get right off the field today and don't get a favorable result next week at Old Trafford.
Yeah.
What would that mean for him in the long run? So we will see. I think it's up in the air, but for the starting lineup that he's put it out there, this is a job-saving starting lineup. Putting on Bissouma and Gallagher in the double pivot, that's a job-saving move.
I mean, and they have, and again, this is part of as the game kicks off here at the London Stadium. For Thomas Frank, and maybe it's just indicative of Champions League. Do so well in the Champions League, and then do so poorly in the Premier League. Of course, the league phase of the Champions League maybe argues well for team to kind of, flex or do well in that tournament. So,
but then we cannot we sat down and we criticized Tottenham's schedule, right? So why won't their leadership also recognize that the success in the Champions League is not really a true indicator or a marker of how good Tottenham is? It could be just the luck of the draw. So we'll see. We'll see. A lot will be determined for Thomas Frank over the next 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah. And financially, it's important, right? I mean, if the bottom line is try to make as much money as you can, and of course, some of it should be able to invest back in the club. So if he can, with the performance in the Champions League, I mean, should get more money, and then he can probably, because we still know he can coach, unless we are convinced that he's just not good enough to coach his team.
Yeah, could be that we're convinced as we see a spill there by the Tottenham goalkeeper. Nervy start there.
Yeah. For the Man City starting 11, Donnarumma in goal, Mark Guehi and Kosanov in the back, Nunes right back, Nick O'Reilly left back, Rodri in the hole, Silva, Cherokee, Semenyo, Ainori. Now, the strange thing with Ainori, he's the signed left back, but now he's getting pushed up the field. At least we see how he's deployed. Nick O'Reilly has been playing in that left back position. It seems like Ainori is back in the left back position. Nick O'Reilly is in midfield. And Erling Haaland runs out the starting 11.
Yeah. And people, do remember, hit the like and hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button on YouTube. It looked like our Trump shot kind of hit us. So I'll leave that alone. But yeah, so for City, I think City is in a state of purgatory right now. I think Pep Guardiola has a dilemma on his hands. The choice that the players now going to have to make subconsciously: are they in a title race in the Premier League, or should they focus on the Champions League, right? And even though Arsenal had a hiccup last week, Arsenal came back and right the ship this week, right? So, is it worth chasing Arsenal? I think that's Man City is in a state of purgatory to be, and they need to be threatened. They need to either feel like they are a threat to Arsenal, or they need to be threatened by other teams chasing them in the Premier League for them to fight to have some kind of meaning to the game.
And so this is something that's interesting. So Semenyo is starting out on the left. I'll make some adjustment to this formation here. He's starting on the left. We've seen him play it on the wide since he joined the club. Of course, he can play both sides of the field. So then who's in the right side? I mean, it's Ryan Cherokee or Bernardo Silva goes to the right wing?
I think it's Bernardo Silva. I remember this is what Pep said, that he likes Bernie, No, sorry. Cherokee is out there on the right. Bernardo Silva is in the middle.
Yeah. So, I mean, Semenyo can play both sides of the field, both sides of that wing. So it's an important. It's good to have such player with the flexibility and can be impactful, in playing both positions. So, but as for the question regarding purgatory or the comment, I think Man City bottom line, you make significant investments in this team. You win in Premier League, you win as many trophies as you can. I mean, Premier League first and foremost, knowing after last year's miserable season. So last year was piss poor by their standard.
Yeah, but for them to win the Premier League title, Arsenal have to throw it away at this point. So you're sitting here, and that's why it's purgatory. You're sitting here waiting on Arsenal to throw it away, and while you have the Champions League chasing the back of your mind. So you're sitting there like, I could win this game and it'd be meaningless. I could win the next game, it's meaningless, right? Mm. So that's where the purgatory comment comes from.
Yeah, okay. And you cut this lead, you win this game, you cut this lead to 4 points. You still have to play Arsenal one more time. You take those 3 points off Arsenal, then you cut it to 1 point, providing that you win out your games. So Is a lot to determine still in this Premier League title race.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Arsenal definitely look impressive yesterday to rebound the way they did.
Yeah.
And it's strange seeing Conor Gallagher in a non-Chelsea shirt in the Premier League. Of course, Conor Gallagher went to Atletico, and I guess we don't know.
But it's strange to you because you're an avid Premier League fan. I don't think it is. He's been gone from Chelsea so long. Number one, and number two, he didn't really leave a mark at Chelsea.
Yeah, so kind of don't really leave mark anywhere. And I'm just
right. So
he's kind of an industrious player.
Yeah, I don't think it's weird. Now you have the London affiliation, and Chelsea from Gallagher from Chelsea perspective, and then now be a crosstown team. Then that kind of feel weird, I guess. But like you say, it was just a utility player, so it don't really mean much. I am curious to see in this game which Rodri starts to show up. I think that is very important for Man City, and all trophy runs that they're after.
Yeah. No. Interestingly, from the Tottenham perspective, Basuma seems to have returned to the good grace of Mr. Thomas Frank. Of course, Basuma. I think this is his first game in the Premier League starting for them. You know what?
I think so.
Yeah,
I think so.
Of course, he played at the AFCON. He was injured for a while, but there were reports that he wasn't part of the plans, and I thought, well, I mean, it's a very good player. Well, a useful player, can be a little bit crazy sometimes, but in terms of the physicality and the need for depth, you want to have a player like Bissouma.
Yeah, and that's why I said looking at this starting lineup, and I point to Bissouma and Conor Gallagher in the middle. This is a job-saving lineup, and you're so dependent. Like it is such a tedious game for Thomas Frank that against Man City, if there's one position of the field that you have to be extremely airtight and have great communication is in the midfield, and you are putting two fairly cold midfielders to play alongside each other against this Man City team. That's a sign of desperation.
So, Man City getting bit of pressure there from Spurs around the 18-yard era. So, Spurs looking to apply pressure, foul on Ryan Cherokee there. Yep. Your thoughts on Xavi Simons or Simons so far in this Tottenham team? I mean, a player that's Leipzig former player.
There is nothing to say. And it's the worst kind of nothing to say at that, because you want to have some form of conclusion, right? You want to say, I can see the potential, or you can say, I can see this is a bust. But it's still up in the air for me. I still don't see any direction in this player's tenure, and that kind of bodes for everything Tottenham. Everything Tottenham for the last couple of years has been neither near nor there. It's just blah.
As a player, I see the talent, I see the potential, but then it's like how to then take the next step, right? I mean, and again, it's just like most players know, they flourish with space.
Oh, Lord of mercy.
Yeah.
Wow. Isn't that the most? That's a cut you. But what have to announce the goal?
Yeah. No, you can't cut me now, man. I'm to you, man.
Isn't that the most like? It can speak. It's just like, for one, they turned over the ball. Bernardo Silva did well. And then Haaland, I guess, got fouled. And then Cherky just come down and just like, do. All right, let me just toe punch it.
It should Vicaria should Vicaria save that ball?
Yes. That's the thing I'm saying. It's just...
So
it's just
Basuma turned that ball over in the midfield.
Right. Make old man Bernardo Silva take the ball off your foot.
It's just, you have three. You have Dragashin, Cristian Romero, and Basuma in the vicinity of where the shot came from. And no one kind of aggressively kind of go at Ryan Cherokee to try to...
But then Basuma pulled out Erling Haaland. So it looked like, because when he pulled him down early, you know, I was thinking, oh, he's taking a professional foul, and Cherky running up against 4 defenders now, has nowhere to go. I'm expecting Cherky to stop and say, ref, what a foul. And it looked to me like Cherky just say, you know what, let me just swing my foot at it. There was no conviction in that shot. It looked more like he was waiting to hear the whistle blow. It's one of those weird goals. I hear somebody coming down looking for a second.
Ryan Cherokee's 3rd goal in the Premier League.
That's such a weird goal. It's so... Wow.
Josh Soldier, big up yourself. Josh Soldier said that's Sunday League defending. Can't put it
yeah, but big up
it's
Josh.
Actually, yeah, man. But that is Spurs.
Big up Omega Sound. And Just Soldier got through... I know him got through a couple ACL tears and still a fire shot in a Benton.
Yeah, big up Josh Soldier. Big up Omega Sound. Big up.
But yeah, that's pitiful defending. That defending right there, that alone should cost Thomas Frank the job. That alone.
So if you notice, and again, this is the difference between the Tottenham in the Champions League, of course, schedule-wise, but yo, Bissouma, come off I feel. I've seen enough. Come off I feel. Send him right. What is this? Look at that pass a while ago. No pressure. Him kick the ball straight to the man, straight to the opponent.
Well, we talked about that earlier. You put it, you start a desperate midfield, okay, trying to save your job, and you put 2 cold midfielders to play alongside each other. Conor Gallagher and Bissouma has no chemistry, and it's clear. It's clear as
Junior, is that chemistry? That's just a pass.
Yes.
Look who
it is.
Look who you passed the ball to.
Yeah, but if you don't have any chemistry with your teammates, you feel like you're on the field playing against 20 players. You don't feel like you have any kind of cohesion with anybody around us. Everything look like a blur.
I will say, if they get run off the field, the Spurs fans are already looking like them just... There's no vibes. You know, when you go to a football match or you attend a game and the crowd singing and the home crowd is up full voice. This Spurs fans is like... This group of Spurs fans are like, yo, look, we're just waiting for start, boo.
Yeah, that's exactly.
We're just waiting for start, boo.
And this is the worst team you can play against with that keg of fire and a keg of kerosene sitting on, because guess what? Man City going past them into booing.
It's good to see Nick O'Reilly.
40 passes.
It's good to see Nick O'Reilly getting his chance in midfield. Of course, he's a midfielder. Came through the City's system. Cut his teeth. Good back, Elliot.
Is that Rodri? No, that's not Rodri. Who's that on?
I think that's Ryan Cherokee, right?
Yeah, Cherokee down.
He cut his teeth playing in that left back position. I know no back in the left back. Cristian Romero with a block. I don't think that's a foul. Doesn't rise to the level as a foul.
Nah, it's not a foul.
Yeah. Yeah. But last weekend, Spurs Spurs drew 2-2 with Burnley. Was it last weekend? And we're seeing the replay of the goal.
I think it was last weekend, yeah.
I don't know. 1-0 Man City leading Tottenham early in the game. A very ticked off Thomas Frank throwing bottles or whatever on the ground. Pep Guardiola in the background rubbing the back of his head. and you know, the camera is focusing on Bissouma as Ryan Cherokee seems to be okay. He's walking off the field now after receiving treatment. But, you know, also to be fair to Thomas Frank, I mean, he has had injury issues, actually. This is the reason why he's playing the makeshift back line that he is. João Palhinha in a back three. João Palhinha, of course, traditionally in that midfield position. But he's decided to go with him in the back because of injuries to his defenders. You know, a man might say, what defender? Erling Haaland wrote one, scored a goal, youth! And he missed it. No wonder him in a bad form. And Pep Guardiola say, yo, brother, how much money we have pay you for score goals?
Hey, but let's not lose sight of the fact that was a perfect ball by Rodri. That was a peach of a ball by Rodri. Tottenham is playing with
not
three
in his
defenders.
locker. Maybe that type of touch is not in his Erling Haaland locker. It was a chip. A ball to flip over the goalkeeper. And maybe that's he doesn't have that sort of touch.
The last time he doubted the Viking, he proved you wrong.
Viking is not scoring goals recently in Premier League, right? Been on a drought and still was last time he scored.
All right.
And still leading the league, of course.
Yeah, we shall revisit that statement at the end of the
I mean, we don't know if I'm going to resume scoring. I mean, it's just he's human. We expect him to go through a drought. A lot of wild games occurred earlier today. I mean, of course, over in La Liga. All that stuff will be reviewed later on at 5 p.m. in the BCN Sports Ball Chat Weekly. La Liga, more drama, Real Madrid, and I don't know. Real Madrid, penalty discussions, controversy. Aston Villa lose at home to Brentford. Leon Bailey back in the colours. Tammy Abraham, the new player for Aston Villa, thought he had a goal. Didn't work on Manchester United. Fergie time goal. 3-2 victory over Fulham. There's a different vibes over Old Trafford. Different vibes.
Yeah, we say that every 2 years.
No, we can. I don't know if you say that every 2 years, but this is the first time I'm saying it. It's a different vibes over there. And for the record, I did pick this team to finish the Champions League in the pre-season picks. Now, granted, I didn't know them when I fired the coach, but, you know, team looking to, of course, it's in a Champions League spot currently.
Yeah.
Mark Guehi, the new man, you know, seamlessly adapting to this new Man City backline, taking charge, leading, guiding young Kosanov. Yeah, man, clean out Rodri to clot. I know Pep Guardiola will be pretty pissed off about that one.
I know that. You know Rodri mark him, you know. You know Rodri mark him. I guarantee Rodri mark him. Before the half, the man get a stamp.
By the way, you see the salad where Camavinga get earlier?
No.
Let me chop a video of the salad in the chat. The man bust up Camavinga baggy. It's like, you know when you have play a ball and the man just say, yo, just hold up a ball. It's the old Ronaldinho. Just hold the ball and just make a man come to him and say, yo, Fassi, come. And just salad him. And there was nothing Camavinga could do. But to be fair, I think Camavinga did salad him back later on in the game.
But it don't matter.
No, but at least It's not often a man salad you and you get a chance to salad him back. And Kosanov receives the yellow card there. Sliding tackle. Harsh there on who did he take down? Was Joe Pinilla?
Gallagher.
Gallagher with this haircut look a lot different. Free kick to Spurs.
Jesus of his mercy. Yo, we just see the salad.
The man.
Come on, Vega, go get your haircut. Go get your haircut, brother. Go to the barber.
The man just hold the ball and yo, them sin this. This was like things will happen at Sunday League ball game.
Yeah.
Free kick to Spurs. Xavi Simon standing over it. Kosanov picked up a yellow card. 22nd minute of the first of the game. Three in the wall for City. Big up to those on the live and shot straight into the wall and Donnarumma out. And for some reason, my stream just switched to something else. Make sure to smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe. We video of such man piss off people.
Look, so you see the algorithm turn against you yesterday.
The algorithm will be alright. We can't just ignore it. Hey, yo, pass the ball. Cherokee. Whoa! You have to score that. And alright.
That is what Pep. You remember Pep said in the news conference?
Yes,
Sometimes
exactly.
I love him, sometimes I hate him. Yo.
Yes, exactly. This is one of the criticisms Pep has about.
Only save it though.
Vicario saved it.
Yeah, but if they don't give him a card.
Yeah, Vicario saved it. But then again, Vicario saved it. But so one of the criticism Pep has of him is like you do these fancy things and it's not necessary sometimes. Look at the ball. You have a teammate right now in Semenyo. Don't take a shot right there. So put it on your next man foot so him can score it. And so fitting that when Pep criticized him, Pep said, me never see Messi in all the years I play do them that's in that. It might take it to score it.
Sometimes make him want to cry.
And Semenyo is pointing like, Regin, me the right, yes, sir. Me the right, yes, sir. Still 1-0, Man City leading in Tottenham.
And Cherokee down again.
Vicario in deep conversation with his teammates. Cristian Romero. Reinders getting instruction.
Like Cherokee can't finish playing.
Yeah,
Our Pep
like
say, brother, come on, I feel.
Yeah, look like him can't continue.
No, but think Pep say, yo, all right, you're hurt, come. Can't take any more of this, man.
Yeah. 1-0 Man City leading Spurs. Spurs basically haven't really threatened. I mean, the plan is to get the ball out wide to Xavi Simons on the left and Moani on the right. Now Pep.
See, Pep is the Pep and Cherokee. No other Pep and Cherokee.
Yes. Weird, but it looked like him alright.
Yeah, and that's why Pep reacted the way he reacted.
Yeah.
He was getting Rangers ready, and then it's like the physio said, no, I'm alright. I said, the fuck said wrong with the brother, man.
Yeah, so Pep now kind of like him tell him, man, say, you get the hell away from here. Like,
yeah. And that's exactly what Pep. That in a nutshell is exactly what Pep spoke about in the press conference with Ryan Cherokee.
Still 1-0. Cherokee on the sideline, ready to come back in the game, and he's back in the game now.
I'm sure Pep will cuss him off. Like, brother. God, man. Make up your mind if you're going to play or not, no, man.
And what Ryan Cherokee are deal with? He don't recognize say I won done in a Man City.
But the Pepper cuts out the fourth official, you know, like, yo.
Yeah.
You don't know what me I go through with this guy, you know, man.
Say I won done over Man City. Because it looked like he was talking back to Pep or having like him want this the man. Yo, I won done over Man City. It's only one done over Man City. Get that is important, Ryan. Talented player though. I mean, very talented player. I mean,
For sure.
very talented player. BCN Sports watch along of English Premier League. Yo, Erling Haaland. What? Junior. Please interpret that pass for me.
He's not paid to do that, better. He's paid to receive those, not to give it.
All right, so let me see. So Bernardo Silva seems to be dropping back beside Rodri.
Yeah.
And so where's Nick O'Reilly playing? All right, so now
He might play left wing, right?
Yeah, I don't even know. Semenyo is playing left wing, I thought.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Let them just say, yo, let's go figure it out.
Yeah, so all right, we know that Rodri definitely in the hole. It seems like this is 4-3-3 formation with Riley in our midfield.
Yeah.
So we just going.
And they are very fluid.
Yeah, very fluid. Also a black jersey, and we are dark blue. This.
Boy, I think it's dark. I think it's a very dark blue.
But we're not a dark blue.
I just put the black.
Ball in the box. Still waiting for my first Tottenham attack. Man City 1. And we should include the goal for Mr. Cherokee here because he did score. He's probably saying, Bridget, not this me and not add my goal. All right, so talk to me about what can be improved about Tottenham Junior, based on what you are seeing here.
They can. You see, they're playing with heart. They're playing with heart. They're being very aggressive, but they're so disorganized. And I think that's what hurting them. But they have to get organized. It just looked like they were throwing caution to the wind and just running at City, while City just waiting to pick them off.
All right, because I've been on record and I will continue to say this, that they do. I like their squad. I mean, I think they have, some pieces, some players that are quite useful. I mean, and players that were desired by other club. Solanke was, Batestel was. Xavi Simons highly rated. So they have players. Bissouma. Bissouma was excellent. I don't know what to make of Japalinia. Radio at the 360. Watch out. Japalinia, excellent. At Fulham, then went to Bayern Munich, and it didn't work out. But so you have enough players to be able to put together a cohesive and competitive product on the field.
Yeah, but then you don't have the timing. You don't have the timing of chemistry.
You had the entire summer.
It doesn't work like that, man. You know that. Come on. They need a lot of luck.
And you have the entire summer if you at least put together a competitive outfit. You go all the way to Korea, all the way to Asia, go play ball all summer. And Erling Haaland. Erling. Erling Haaland dribbling around a defender. And then he said, whoa, I am pretty surprised I made it past him and over dribbled the ball. Again, Junior, I guess the conclusion, the verdict is doesn't get paid to do that.
He doesn't get paid to do that, sir. That's outside his pay range.
Still only 1-0 though. Man City, still only 1-0. And again, all right, look at Dam Solanke here, applying a pressure, ball played around him and he just threw his head up in the sky and said, yo, what are we doing? This is just useless. He's far away from goal, where he's in the center circle. I mean, and he's thinking like, how do we improve?
So it looked like Tottenham is trying to guard man for man. There is no like plan to their press.
All right, here's Xavi. Xavi, pass the ball. All right, Moani, I think he's offside though.
Yeah, he's offside.
Yeah, I mean, Xavi should have passed the ball earlier. And the ref the lines, AR did held up the flag, but ref said play on. And all right, just the gap in space. All right, Udagi with it. All right, remember when the Australian coach the Spurs team.
Yeah.
What name again?
Ange.
Yeah, Ange Postecoglou.
Postecoglou.
And the Pedro Porro and Udagi were gunning up the field. Gunning. No, and so we saw a good attack from the left back, but no, it's like Udagi is just like, it's useless.
Yeah.
He cannot do what he does best, which is going up the field and support the attack. And he's not very good at defending, as England manager Mr. Thomas Tuchel in attendance.
Or he's watching Guay.
Why? Why? I mean, I want just to go watch ball game for kicks. I mean, at the end of the day, Gray is unlocking that starting 11 for England, if healthy. Isn't he?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, who
I can't think of anybody else other than legacy English defenders. I can't think of there is no big name recent young centre backs for England. I can't think of.
Speaking of back to the Real Madrid thing, I noticed as Semenyo almost I know her into the box. I noticed Jude Bellingham wasn't on the field today for Real Madrid.
Yeah?
I just remember about it. What?
Well, he had a tough Champions League midweek game, so then they rest him.
Okay. Still 1-0.
Hey, speaking of.
Huh?
Speaking of, you know about that Benfica game. There's so much more to that story. You remember when Benfica lost to, I don't remember which team they lost. They lost to Atabog side. And Jose said that all the players are not going home. Them sleeping in the camp in the stadium. And about three, remember?
Yeah, they lost to Vitoria in the Braga in the Portuguese Cup. So in the semi-final game, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
And look at that turnaround for them.
So it's because them sleep at the place.
I mean, what does it go credited to? Because how can that team topple. How can you do that in 1 week in the League Cup and then topple the mighty Real Madrid? This must be a goal for it. Nah, take too long.
Yeah, the topple the mighty Real Madrid. So they won that game by a goalkeeper score. Is that toppling?
Yes, because it wasn't just that. It wasn't just, and they already won the game.
Yeah,
They
it was
just
leading
scored
3-2. But
they scored
Jose
goal
Mourinho
to-
said they could have got a bag up.
Yeah, they could have scored more.
Yeah.
They should have scored more. There were moments where they should have scored more. So
And so coincidentally, I guess we do expect Benfica then to win the tie then, right? Because they
It's
do play
crazy.
Real Madrid in the playoff.
stop it.
I mean, where else will they sleep now? We can sleep since sleeping at the stadium was effective and triggered that response to beat Real Madrid. Then why not sleep there? Stay there for the rest of the year. You win more games.
And I think he had a 17-year-old. Jose had a 17-year-old that did star up the wing, and he took him off in the second half.
Okay.
He had a young boy on the team.
Simmons almost can't get that shot in, but Tottenham and Rodri kicked down again. And Xavi Simmons getting a yellow card here.
Yeah, Javi Simmons. You see, there was a moment in Bundesliga where everybody was like, "Let's pillage these Bundesliga teams and Bundesliga carry the swing and blah blah blah." And Javi Simmons and Shesko and Voldemir were the players that were highly sought. And my boy name
Which one?
Liverpool.
Well, Hugo Ekitike.
No man. No, Etiquette was from Bundesliga too.
And I think he played in the French
Wirtz.
Liga.
Wirtz. Florian Wirtz.
Oh, Florian Wirtz, yeah.
So you have all these players that because remember Bundesliga get a little hype one year. But I think they asked my boy at what number 10 at Newcastle name again? Ben.
Garden. Was it Garden?
Garden.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Anthony
Garden. Anthony Garden. They asked Anthony Garden because of Newcastle's Champions League form versus Premier League, and they asked him, what's it like playing in the Premier League versus what's it like in the Champions League? And he gave such a response where it was just flip-flopping, but I think it actually described what it's like in the Premier League. But the Premier League is so fast, but it's so organized. Champions League is slower. Premier League has more energy, and then so it is. I think he described it well, and I think that's why, like this is Javi Simmons coming over. Timo Werner came over and flopped. I'm not saying Javi is a flop, but it's hard to transfer leagues. Hard.
Timo Werner now at San Jose Earthquakes in the MLS.
He flopped. He's what somebody should have stayed.
Big flop. He got MLS them time, yeah. And he's gotten multiple opportunities because not only was he at Chelsea, he was at Tottenham. He went back from Chelsea, went back to Germany. Was at Tottenham on loan, and I think did Ange make the deal permanent?
I don't know.
I don't remember, but he was there with Ange, right?
Yeah.
Still 1-0, Man City leading Tottenham. Make sure to smash the like button, subscribe, share the content. Regardless if algorithm say we're not doing the right, we just say, you know what? I say go, we are doing.
Go to business.
Eh?
Go to business.
Yeah, we just. Join us later on 5 p.m. for a roundup of the week that was in the world of football, Champions League, La Liga, Champions League draw, La Liga action, Scudetto. Here is Anton Semenyo. And Semenyo with a bad.
Turkey is a fussy.
It's a bad pass.
It's a bad pass, but Turkey could have gotten that ball.
But Cherokee not even made no attempt to go for it.
Exactly. Turkey could have gotten the ball. Turkey is a fussy. Because Semenyo could be setting him. All he have to do is step into it and shoot it. Why you want the ball at your foot right there, sir?
Ryan Cherokee reminds me of one of those type of players that, you play Sunday League, man, who would say, give the ball at my foot.
Yeah.
And, it's like, okay, sometimes you get it at your foot, but sometimes you're not. You're not, and you have to bowl into, in a team game, sometimes you have to go put in a shift to bail out or help out the teammates. Because the teammates are doing the same thing for you,
Yeah.
So. And I mean, I suspect Pep Guardiola is probably sitting there like, brother, can't find one next baller soon so we can get rid of him. And again, on the pregame show, the CM conversations, our CM topic comes up. Pep Guardiola's last season. I think it was Lee Dixon, Graham Lassau, and Peter Jury.
Yeah.
On the host desk, talking about Pep and, could this be his last year and Ray.
I have a problem with that. Let me tell you my problem with that. And it's the same thing happened roundabout way with Wenger. And it's the same thing happened with Fergie. The media is almost like they want it to be a story. So it's like I'm so over this Man City dominance. I'm so done with this. It's boring for Man City to be dominant all this time. They are a boring entity. Come back and spice it up. We hear rumors of Pep will leave, back and spice it up because we're tired of it. It's like we're tired of Pep now. That's the vibe I'm getting. And it might correlate with each other, but I don't like it. Okay. I don't like it. Because make the bad coach until it's ready to leave.
Ball out, score goal! Do that. Anton Semenyo. And that is Bernardo Silva doing what Bernardo Silva does best. I mean, Rodri, of course. Oh, the flick no work. Mind you broke your neck, youth. Mind you broke your neck with the our cartwheel that junior.
Thomas Salt.
All right, so two things on the goal. As Thomas Frank binder our book add more notes to it. I think that page is already full up of notes. It was such a bad pass out. Like who passed the ball out? Dragashin. Dragashin kicked the ball right to Rodri. Big up Bernardo Silva for doing the extra work to pushing it to Semenyo.
Bernardo Silva is the type of baller you need in your team. That's the type of baller you need in your side.
Oh, so he tried to do a double flip. Oh, he did stuck the land. No, didn't stuck the second landing and drop on him body. So 2-0, and I guess we can probably get ready for the halftime as unpleasantries over there because the fans are about to voice their opinion.
Yep.
4 minutes of added time. But back to the discussion, the comment regarding the media and the story regarding Pep, and you say you don't like it. As you know, I don't know, and we're seeing some of the We see a Tottenham fan with a Brazil jersey on.
And I'm shaking.
Yo, actually, none of the Tottenham fans look like them interested in being here. So why show up? It's cold out the door now. It's rough. It's like you're doing it out of obligation. It's like, yo. Antoine Semenyo, 12 Premier League goals so far this season. So the reason that the point you made about the story about Pep and the media trying to find something, and yeah, I think probably some of that you don't know already. They might try sell story. I mean, at the end of the day, you have to make a living selling stories if you're in that space, right?
Right.
And I think Pep Guardiola leaving is a story, and whosoever can break that story first. As Kolo Muani goes around Mark Guehi back to recover though, and cut the pass out. And whosoever can break that story first, more clicks for them and more.
But the story break a million times, and then now you have Maresca sitting out in the wings. And not only Maresca, you also have Ruben Amorim out there sitting in the wings, who was supposed to be Pep's heir apparent this year. So
I don't know if Ruben did himself any justice with this Manchester United job to help him. So did the interview for West Ham? I turned down West Ham.
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay. We have a free kick. Robbie Gravin, Xavi Simons. But I think, regarding these stories and the rumors, a lot of times, they turn out to be true. You have someone in-house who already a leak story. This is why I wouldn't say them put a gag order in a locker room. No man now leak no story. Everything I get lock off.
I think Jose did that too, right?
Yeah, I mean, because sometimes there are people in the organization who have friends in media and they say, yo, I feed you a story, Junior.
Yeah.
And, those relationship, man, and you can't put my name to it, of course. But, that I go on,
Yeah.
Well, just like when we hear story upon BCN Sports and we have we link we and say, yo, this is what and what is what. So,
but don't say anything. And we don't.
But don't say anything.
We heard so many breaking news.
And then you show up and say, well, such and such and such and such and such, but we can't say nothing. So I think at the end of the day, there is probably enough teeth to that story why they might keep talking about it.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. But it's not. It's like they're tired of the legend, and I don't like that. That's the part I don't like. It's like I reach a stage right now where I used to. It's not hate, but I saw people. Hey, we're going to get to halftime.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
The fans are like, they're not booing. It's almost like, at least I can't tell. It's like the fans.
But that's the worst.
They don't even have the energy.
but that's the worst. Put a woman star. Oh,
yeah, look at that lady. Just have her. She just have her head on the front of the seat. Said, "Yo, just get it over with."
I just say I can't be bothered.
Joshua Soldier said the one time I don't want to see Spurs being Spursy and they show up completely Spursy. Something is off with the Tottenham team, and obviously, and again, it's night and day with the team that's in the Champions League and the team that is performing in the Premier League, just night and day.
And that unfortunately gives you fool's goal.
And you read their schedule the other day. I think on the halftime show, right?
On the halftime show, yeah.
Was the more they went to PSG, I think. And what they end up what? Was it 3-2?
I know they lost there. Yeah, the party that was their one tough game.
Yeah. So, 2-0 at the half, family. Your thoughts on the first half?
It's such a honestly, I don't even know why we're doing this watch along.
We do watch along because we like to watch games with the family.
I
think
get
it's
it.
important.
I get
through
it.
football games, I like to sit and watch games with the family. You
But
know,
you know,
and part of the BCN's family.
You watch games that worth it. This game right here, so it just feels to me like a foregone conclusion. It felt that way at the start, and like I said, the energy in the stands was just dead. And you, even though we're watching it on mute, you can just feel the death in the crowd. You talk about you don't even know if the fans are booing. That to me is the worst feeling, you know. You can't imagine you're walking off the field and there's just nothing coming out of the fans' mouth. They're not booing, they're not cheering, they're not clapping. It's just silence.
It's just like
just eerie.
The fans have but I think the fans showed up, didn't really expect to win the game. They just said, you know, at least compete.
But you're being a fanatic at that point. So you show up and be a fanatic and say, you know what? The ball rolled. There is a chance. Where there is a will, there is a way. And all of the fancy terms that you can put afterwards. And then reality just set to you like, oh, nope. Sorry.
My thoughts, just as my thoughts, you already know. What do we think of Tottenham? So he's asking us.
Yeah, because he's a Tottenham fan, and he's a real Tottenham fan. He's a diehard Tottenham fan.
Yeah, big up.
Tottenham.
And I actually know a Bridget who's a Tottenham fan, and the reason why he is because he grew up there. He was born, raised, and he still watch the games religiously. I think you alluded to this a few weeks ago, Junior.
I just was a Gunners fan.
Eh?
I try to remember. Yeah, go ahead.
I think you alluded to this a few weeks ago, Junior. I think Tottenham needs just a cultural change. Someone structurally to organize things and change the mind. You know, and Klopp did it with Liverpool. Klopp went to Liverpool and entirely changed the approach, the attitude, and the culture of the club. And I think this needs to happen at Tottenham. I don't think this is in Thomas Frank's wheelhouse to change the culture of a club. He's a good football coach. I think he's a good coach. There are coaches in football, or managers in football who are so big, so large, that once they walk into an organization, they said, yo, this, that, I need this. I need everybody, 5 a.m. Every man I run, I will not run, I leave. And there are not a lot of those managers out there. I don't think Thomas Frank is necessarily one of those cultural changing manager, and Tottenham needs a manager that goes in and change the culture of the football club.
Right.
A Klopp-esque type of manager, a Pep-esque type of manager. No, I don't think there are any. Who is available, Junior? I don't think any are available.
But all right. So
sorry, Junior. Sorry, before you chat. I guess Jose Mourinho would have been that type of manager, right? When he was there.
But he was there.
Well, he was there, but he wasn't given the opportunity long term to address some of the issues.
Daniel Levy firing him before that cup final probably sunk Tottenham years back in the doldrum. I agree with you. They need a builder, right? They need somebody that can come in, and it has to be a consistent voice. So even when you lose, you're still hearing the same voice. There's no change in direction. There's no change in anything. That's what they need. Now, that type of coach can be built. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to come in with that mentality. But the team has to be ready for that. And this Tottenham team, when you have all of this overhaul and you don't have a complete overhaul in one season, in one window, right? So you have leftovers from different managers, from different mindsets, and you're trying to now say, okay, when you look at a locker room, I see a locker room, I see three different former coaches' mindsets in this locker room. But I now want to do a fourth mindset. That create more issues within the locker room. So the easy response is you bring in a coach and you overhaul the squad as quickly as possible. That is what fixes Tottenham. That's what fixes any football team. Now, when you overhaul the squad, does it work out or not? That depends on the coach and the direction. But for you to change the culture, you have to do a complete overhaul. And for you to, and the quicker you do that overhaul, the quicker you can get the cultural change. Because when you bring in a new player, you don't have a race against time. Can you bring in a new player and say, this is the mindset that we have, but the locker room have an opposite mindset. So now the race is now, can I get the locker room to be in this new mindset, or can the locker room influence the new player to have that old mindset? And I think that's what you see Tottenham falling back into. Because this team don't look any different than they did under Ange. It looks no different. It's the same kind of football, the same kind of push forward, same kind of indiscipline. So what has Thomas Frank done in his time there? It's not measurable. And I think that's where the problem is.
So just listing the recent managers at Tottenham. Ange Postecoglou, of course, was the last man in charge. And now Thomas Frank. You've had Antonio Conte, you have Nuno Espirito, Jose Mourinho, and Mauricio Pochettino. Those are excellent managers. Big managers.
Yep.
Big managers.
Yep.
Big managers. So I guess from a standpoint, they've had managers. And of course, the complaint has been Daniel Levy's overreach in the structure and function of the club. Right. And transfer policy and etc. Now Daniel Levy gone, and you don't necessarily have one of those top level managers now. Maybe Tottenham should go ahead and bite the bullet. Sometimes in life we have to kind of acknowledge our mistakes. Not kind of, we have to acknowledge our mistakes. And probably reach out to Ange Postecoglou and find out, is he interested in the job? And here's the reason why. And I know your eyes open wide. He actually won a trophy under the previous tenure. He won a trophy with the team under Daniel Levy's full. So if Daniel Levy overarching influence and issues around the club affected the success of the club over the years under other managers, it must have happened under Ange. But even under that climate, in that scenario, he won a trophy. So now you have new owners, new leadership in charge. I would say, okay, Ange Postecoglou, we know your track record. You've won extensively in other parts with your coach. Are you interested? Now, granted, you had a poor run recently at Nottingham Forest, but it's the wrong time to take that Nottingham Forest. Because I think that Thomas Frank is a downgrade to Ange Postecoglou.
So why not Ruben Amorim?
Ruben Amorim.
Why not Maresca?
I think Ruben Amorim needs to go on back to Portugal. And here's the reason why. Ruben Amorim, he wants a player, every manager wants to play a certain way. The reason why I would go back to Thomas Frank is that he has proven to me that he understands the culture of Tottenham and he won a trophy there. Ruben Amorim is just another scenario, a situation where he's going to have to try to adapt to this club, hopefully get the players that he wants. A lot of these players that you just highlighted are still Ange Postecoglou players. We just mentioned how Destiny Udogie not really got forward as much as he did under Ange Postecoglou. And that is a pillar of his game. Pedro Porro on the right side, he's not playing in this game. He's still at the club. That's a pillar of what they do, is gunning up and down that right side. So you're bringing another manager now in Thomas Frank, who's not looking to go that explosive, high-tempo, upfield type of football. I would, and again, this is just me, I would, if Ange Postecoglou can succeed under the overarching influence of Daniel Levy. Negative influence based on what many have said and many have reported. Because, and we have looked on it in the sense that this is the same man who fired Jose right before him going and won trophy in our final. Then that tell me, say, you know, really mean the club no good. So if Ange Postecoglou can succeed under that climate, I would give him a chance under the new ownership, under new leadership.
Is he available though? I don't think he's available.
Nah, available or not. I mean, if they're coach on Bugside what day, as soon as the Bugside thing mash up, I would definitely reach out to him and be like, yo, brother, get yourself ready, you know, because you did something here. You instill a winning attitude. In fact, we won a trophy. Now, all right, there were discussions and issues around the defense, right?
Right.
You know, people said, well, yo, him exposed the team too open. And yes, those are valid criticisms. But at the same time, they won a trophy.
Right. All right. So he's not coaching. He's a member of the UEFA Technical Observer Panel. So he's available. So technically he's available.
Yeah.
So let me go to the list of coaches now that are available. Gareth Southgate.
Hell no.
Javi Alonso.
Hell no.
Enzo Maresca.
Hell no.
Joachim Low.
Hell no.
Talet Uzum.
No.
I don't know who that is. He's German. Javé. Amarin. You know, Thiago Motta. That's an interesting name for Tottenham, you know.
But then that is also hope again. Didn't they just fire him from Juventus?
Yes.
And one of the main criticism of his when he was at Juventus, the man him say, yo, the side just as an artist side. A peer drag game over Juventus when Max Allegri came in and then started winning games.
They're pragmatic. Tottenham will probably bite. Tottenham fans will probably bite your hands off right now for a little pragmatism. Tottenham fans will bite your hand off if they show up against Man City today and in the first half and was steady, hunkering down in defense and holding on to a clean sheet.
We have got to ask the Spurs fans of that. I can see that, but why go for pragmatic when you can go back to the guy who won a trophy?
Yeah, but you hardly see rethreads. You hardly see rethreads in coaching.
Do you have the data on how many of those rehires by a club? You know, because sometimes in our life we have to acknowledge some of the things. All right. Kulo Muani. I mean, I don't want to call him Kololo. I think this player was a bad transfer.
Yeah.
And the youth, big up. He's trying to. I think he's trying to still unshackle himself from that World Cup. And he's just not a good fit for this club. And he's just not on the level to give you goals or supply a player. I mean, Xavi Simons, not this league, brother. Not now. Yeah. Maybe next year, but not now. I mean, this is gonna. You're signing players. You hope they evolve into good players.
Yep.
Whereas Tottenham needs players right now where them can say, all right, we know we are get consistency at a high level. Xavi Simons sometimes just without any sort of pressure, just negligently just turn over the ball and do foolishness. It's like one of those social media type of baller, fandangles.
Yep.
And I'm like, man, come on. And Tottenham don't need that. They don't need that.
They need pragmatism. Thiago Motta.
I would go. I think Who's the director of
Garrett
football? Is
Southgate.
Paratici still over there?
Who?
Paratici, the guy from Juventus who was suspended for illegal activities. I put on Papa Sarr and get some intensity in that midfield. Jaja, come on. I will not take off.
Good question. Was it Bissouma that he took off? I think it's Bissouma, you know. Hold on.
We sat here and saw how Papa Sarr worked on the Ange. High intensity football. He didn't play much at AFCON. And when he come back at Tottenham, sit on the bench. Bissouma is
Took
still
off
on
from
the
Miro.
field.
Took off from Miro. What?
It must be an injury, Junior.
Have to be.
We'll get further updates on what's going on with the. So now, how many? So now what? Papa Sarr go right back, and João Pillinha go centre back, and Dragashin out left in our back three.
I just switch to a back four.
Let's see.
Maybe they switch to a back four.
Corner kick to Man City first half the jump. Cleared out by Archie Gray. Picked up by Xavi Simons. Xavi is fouled there by Bernardo Silva. So, I'm not going for Thiago Motta Jr. I'm going back to Andre Postecoglou.
Yeah. Well, he will have to want to come.
Yes, he would have to. I mean, and he would be given more. He would have to get more authority in transfers. But my main point is that he succeeded under Daniel Levy. And all right. So one other thing, Fabio Paratici is the director, former managing director of Tottenham. I was very excited when Tottenham hired Fabio Paratici because he's been credited as being the one who built Juventus during the
They
big.
say he's a farmer.
I think it says farmer.
Oh.
No, so let me see where is that now. In June 2021, Paratici joined Tottenham as a managing director of football, resigning on April 23rd after his conviction for financial malpractice by the Italian Football Federation. So remember the conviction.
Yeah.
So he received a 30-month ban from football, which extended worldwide. So the ban started in
2.5 years.
Yeah. But I thought he appealed. Didn't he appeal the ban and got it reduced? Did he? And again, we have a clash here between two players, though, Solanke and Kosanov. And also, to be fair to Tottenham, Dom Solanke, big investment from Bournemouth, injury prone. I mean, I can't remember seeing him in 10 games total for this club since he made the join consecutively. Yo, the Tottenham fans, them gone home, Junior.
Yep. But them gonna get coffee and say, you know what? Go over here, man. We'll listen to the rest of this on the radio.
All right, so we have a free kick here. By the way, BCN Sports watch along of English Premier League 2-0 Man City versus Tottenham early in the second half. And Solanke just picked up a yellow card for a foul on Kosanov. We have a breaking news here, family, coming out of cricket. Of course, T20 World Cup coming up here in less than a week or so. Just got a text message that Pakistan decided to boycott. The Pakistan government is what does it say? Pakistan government said that they will not. They're boycotting the game against India, so they will not play India. They're in the same group with India.
You see what we tell you about rivalry and who don't like who?
Yeah.
But,
Funny enough.
That is stemming from what happened with Bangladesh as well.
Yes.
Because I don't like the fact that Scotland came in through the back door and accepted the offer.
Yeah, Scotland never qualified, but them they are front table.
Right, they should have said, no, you guys figure it out with Bangladesh. And they should have sat down and figured this thing out. So we have to watch the space closely because this T20 World Cup might not conclude the way we think it should.
But as long as India hosts and win, that's the only thing that matters. They have thousands of Indian fans are ready to support them team. They don't really. Indian fans don't care who them play for the most part. They don't care who them are play as long as they win. It's just like Barca fans. But and I do understand to some extent the argument that the Bangladesh put forward and say, all right, we have security concerns. Of course, there's a tension between the Bangladeshi government and the Indian government. The sole Bangladeshi player who was signed by an Indian Premier League club for the upcoming IPL season was kicked out or let go through the at the behest of the Indian government. So after that happened, Bangladesh says, "Yo, we will not play in India because of these things." And here we are.
That's an offside goal. You know the goal yet?
No, I am not. It's still 2-0 on my end.
You didn't even go live. Yeah, I don't think you're live.
I am live.
Oh, well, Solanke scored, but it's offside. Wait.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Wait, then give it.
Live.
It is 2-1. Wow.
All right, there you go, Tottenham. I wasn't live.
Okay, VAR said it wasn't a card. It wasn't a offside. Okay.
All right. Now I'm live. All right, game on then. Game on for Tottenham. Dom Solanke with the goal. 53rd minute. 54th minute in the game.
Not gonna lie, that was a lucky goal that can almost mess it up.
I mean, let's see now. I mean, at the end of the day, you're back in the game. Let's see if the Tottenham fans get invoice. As he's been battling with Kosanov all game. Did well to ease off Kosanov.
Yeah.
Mark Guay, he did step in front of him, but could not clear the lines. I mean, end up in the back of the net. Yeah. Tottenham fans back up. And, putting Papesar in that midfield gives you a little bit more energy. I mean, it's a much more industrious. Yo, Erling Haaland, take the ball and pass the ball properly out. Free kick to Tottenham. And they're growing into the game now, Spurs are growing in the game. So clearly, Thomas Frank did something at the half, Junior. Hair dryer treatment, something.
Or is it that this is a problem that Pep faces with Man City, and their lack of conviction going forward?
Maybe, but it probably. See.
Long throw into the box. Headed out. I headed out again by Semenyo. Oh, 3 against 2. I'm going to pick the hardest ball to first.
Tottenham back in this game. And I mean, historically, at least in recent memory, I mean, these games between City and Spurs have been competitive, right?
Yeah. Well, so far.
Yeah. Now Spurs fans are up. "57 minutes into the game, and yellow card issue here to Pep Guardiola. I think, yeah, it seems like Pep received a yellow card. BCN Sports watch along of Tottenham versus Man City English Premier League game at London Stadium. 2-1. Man City is ahead. Ball is with Vicario. Vicario sends it long. Looking for Udagi. Destiny Udagi, and ball is out of Ryan Cherokee, out for. And we're seeing the replay of the Dominic Solanke goal. I guess Man City may have a complaint because it seems like Solanke stepped in front of Mark Guehi stepped in front of Solanke, and he did kick the back of Guehi's leg, but no dice. We have a free kick here as referee is. Free kick to Man City. Ainor finds Rodri. Yeah, speaking of Rodrigo, it might make my mind swing to Rodrigo today. Over Real Madrid. Real Madrid versus Rayo Vallecano. And we'll discuss more in depth. Today, Alvaro put on Rodrigo and had Rodrigo and Vinicius both playing on the left side. Ryan Diaz on the right. And Kylian Mbappe down the middle. I mean, so what kind of fun? What go on at this side here? Yo! So Rodrigo pick up the ball and I try to dribble and him say, alright, Vinicius, where you there? It's just... I
said it Wednesday. This is what the players wanted. They wanted to run their own team.
It's comical to me to see Dani Ceballos being the engineer in a Madrid midfield. There are levels to this thing, man.
Yeah, that's what they wanted to say. And the sad part is these players, their value are so high, it's gonna be hard to move them on.
Yeah, man. The contract is a big money contract on man. Big money contract.
Yo, best thing.
I can't see what you're showing. The blacked out on the. Yeah, I can't see. Oh, coconut water.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I see that. But me not see I drink juice box though.
It's not a juice box.
Okay.
It's, organics. Just raw vitamin C, people.
Okay, vitamin C and coconut water.
Yep.
All right.
Fight off this little cold thing, man.
All right, see this. 2-1 Man City still ahead. Dominic Solanke is down. No free kick. Man City plays on. Rodri. Erling Haaland making the run. Didn't get it. Rodri sends it wide for Matheus Nunes. Pep Guardiola received a yellow card And I think Man City, Junior, I don't know if you're aware, was Man City complaining about a foul on Mark Guehi regarding the goal?
I think so. I think that was the complaint.
Okay. And
He
Semenyo somehow
did kick the back of his leg.
Semenyo somehow came out with that ball. Corner kick to Man City. Remember to smash the like button, share the content, subscribe if this is the content for your BCN Sports watch along of English Premier League. Run watch along every week, sometimes twice a week. And Guehi with a header and wide. Bissouma fell there. Tottenham looking for an equalizer. Carrier sends it long. Powerful header by Rodri back. The ball is now with Dragashin. Dragashin to Udagi. Udagi to Bissouma. Bissouma still on the field. Ja Paulinho shows for it. Vicario with it. He says, Ja, see you, but I don't need you. He finds Archie Gray. Gray sends it long, looking for Dom Solanke. Cut out by Kosanov. Kosanov getting a testing encounter with Solanke. Much more physical player. Here is Ainori driving forward. Driving and Ja Paulinho shuts the door on him steps. Yo, Adessa. But look how Ja Paulinho gone. Now my centre back. Papa Sarr into the box. Papa Sarr, and he's appealing for a penalty. And Matheus Nunes I said, what, you alright? No, it's actually not Papa Sarr, it's Kolo Muani.
I know it's still low.
And Ainori, of course, he just returned from the AFCON also. Let's see. Oh, this is from Paulinho lock shop on him. Paulinho, the CDM says, yo, brother, not on my watch. Where are you going? Yo, and he's got knee in the tie there. Yo, Paulinho said, Brethren, this is not here. Very, very aggressive, strong, shutting the door there from Ja Paulinho. Corner kick to Tottenham. I know we're back on his feet. Junior, if Tottenham can score here, we have a game on our hands.
Yeah. And Tottenham, it could, boy. I would have to apologize. Because I said earlier, why we do the watch along? It was such a foregone conclusion. Now you have to ask, even though it looked like the Romero, it must be an injury, why Romero got taken off.
Have we heard anything yet?
No.
Maybe we check over BBC commentary, see if is there any update why Cristian Romero was taken off.
And I was checking to see. Normally they have it on the app. If the substitute gets for an injury, but
we have another sub coming on here for Spurs. A foul there. Wait. The referee have called foul right so. He had his whistle at his mouth to blow, and he didn't. The Tottenham fans are livid. Pape Sarr intercepted the ball. Ball now wide to Kula Muani, and Mark Guehi Very good defending there from Mark Guehi. That's why you pay a big money. Well, I guess it's not big enough money for him. But very good defending there, standing in front of Kolo Moani. All you have to do is just shield him and make him come out that way.
Yep. I forget to Haaland play.
Yo, Spurs is goal. Just out of the reach of Solanke. Spurs has grown into this game.
I think City has more taken a step back, and to be fair, Spurs is taking the opportunity to take the game to them, but City has sat back a little bit too much, in my opinion.
Okay, so they did switch to a back four with Cristian Romero coming off. And you talk about the intensity or pragmatic of Thiago Motta about our fight. But we are seeing a fight here. João Pellegrini made that tackle. The ball is out on Semenyo or whosoever made that tackle, and João Pellegrini roared to the crowd, and the crowd then responded back to him like, yeah, get on. 2 subs coming in. So Spurs fans just want to see a fight.
Yeah.
Bissouma's day is done. He's off. Moani, yeah man, long time Moani. Odobert is on for Bissouma. And who else? And we have another City player down. Ryan Cherokee again. And then Pep wake up on the wrong side of bed.
I think Pep can't be bothered with that guy, man.
And Pep is like, all right, and then Reinders is coming on now. But you notice, all right, so they put on Papesars in Spurs, and the game got a little bit more intense in that midfield. And Ryan Cherokee now, come off. Of course, he picked up a knock. Is this a question that Ryan Cherokee can't handle physical ball game?
Yes.
So Reinders can? Pep hit Semenyo in the chest 3 times, like to pipe him up. And man probably say, yo, Bridget, what you do? And we have another sub. Ainur is off, and Nico Gonzalez is on, Junior. So now two holding midfielders is on. It's sending Nico Riley back to left back. Pep looking a bit nervous here, Junior.
Yeah, because you see, like how we said that Tottenham is taking the game to Man City, and you just said rightfully so. Cherokee looked like he can't handle the physicality, and then you said, but Rangers look like he can't. So Pep doesn't have, and it is a rotten goal by Tottenham.
So it's
wow.
Just at that.
Wow.
Just at that. And the London Stadium is back in full, boys. I just said that Pep looks nervous. Dom Solanke made it 2-2. And this game has... Yo, London Stadium lift off. Yo, everybody who left early back in them seat. Wow. 2 goals from Dom Solanke. Spurs 2. Man City 2.
Wow. Did he mean that? Did he mean that mental?
I don't care if he meant it or not. I do not care if he meant it or not. Cross from Conor Gallagher. Back heel over the head of Donnarumma. By the way, where Donnarumma run go?
I think that's called a scorpion goal.
Very good goal from Solanke. Spurs 2, Man City 2, 71st minute of the football game.
Tell us City is in purgatory. You talk about Solanke and his injury worries and why Tottenham hasn't gotten the best out of him. And we're seeing today what a fit Solanke can do.
Hey, well, you know what, Thomas Frank? It's not about job saving anymore, Junior. Maybe they do have the right manager if he can trigger a response like this.
Yeah.
But you know, we just said like a tackle by Joao Palhinha. And Joao Palhinha is playing in the center half for Spurs. He was so intense after the tackle. He was like to the crowd roaring, and I mean, making the right subs. Now Pep Guardiola looking a little bit perplexed. And here comes Tottenham again. Find him, youth.
Pep doesn't have somebody he can go to on the bench.
And Erling Haaland, man just offside. Look on the system behind Pep. Her face is like, on the City bench is like, yo.
Yep.
But this has been a chronic thing with Man City. I guess recently, right? They look comfortable in games, and then one, I guess it's probably a soft underbelly. You know, one kick, and they just chip over. Here is Xavi Simons, pass the ball, youth. Oh, kick saved by Donnarumma. But you should have gone down the wing and pass across that ball. We have to take shot there so far.
The pass from Simmons wasn't on time, though. It was a poorly timed pass. That kind of killed the momentum.
Man City is struggling to get a foothold in this football game. I guess Ryan Cherokee is saying to Pep, you see, when I was on the gear on the field, it was fine. Look at you now.
Well, game on. As the Tottenham fans are back in full voice. It's almost like two different halves.
Yeah.
It's amazing what a back four and a back three do for a game, though. Oh my word. You soon see it.
Here is whoa! What a shot! Saved by Donnarumma. Xavi Simons.
Wow.
And
that
actually
had top
deflected off close enough.
Yeah, it took a mean deflection.
Or was it off Reinders?
And that deflection probably helped Donnarumma save it because it took pace off the ball.
Corner kick to Spurs. London Stadium in full voice. Shot corner. Gallagher ball in the box. Kosanov header. Rodri picks it up. Man City trying to. This is where you need your midfield general, your leaders. Why Bernardo Silva? Bernardo Silva just a jog back.
I'm tired.
I know. Offside there. So Man City has to do this again. looking for Haaland. Spurs coming back from 2-0 down. Well, Chelsea did that yesterday against against West Ham, right?
Yeah.
So who knows? If somehow Tottenham goes on to win this game, can I eat that ball, that youth? Tottenham 6 shots on goal to 3 to Man City. Now they're applying the pressure on Man City. Guehi cannot pass it out. Intercepted by Archie Gray. Otterbird. Conor Gallagher show him support. He says, I see you, I don't need you. Ball across the box. Xavi Simons. Simons trying to get a shot off. Solanke pick it up. Here's Archie Gray trying to walk it in. Should have found Gallagher out wide. Man City cannot clear their lines. Nico Gonzalez with it for City. Long ball again looking for Erling Haaland. 1-on-1 with Dragashin. Haaland send it long to Semenyo. Semenyo finally. Man City get a break. Semenyo cross the box and cleared out with authority by Papasar. And a header by Gonzalez. Reinders. And he missed it. 2 players were there for Man City.
Yep. They just needed to communicate.
And somehow this game has taken off, Junior.
It coming down to an exciting finish.
All right,
one we did not see. With one we did not see coming.
By the way, who scored that second goal for Man City? I need to update this thing here.
Man City second goal was Semenyo.
Semenyo, okay. That seems so long ago.
Yeah.
Arsenal fans are fully supporting Spurs currently. If this result, and again, I think more and more, we're seeing more and more indication, and you brought this up earlier, Arsenal would have to dash for the league. I mean, Man City just cannot seem to, they're not as dominant as they were when they won those, 4 consecutive titles?
Right. They're not.
And everything is a struggle now. To just hold a lead is a struggle. And This is a team and a coach that, their philosophy is like, look, we score goals, we can possess the hell out of a ball game and done aside.
Yeah, but you see, gone are the days. I think Pep's system used to benefit against specialist defenders. Now you have defenders that can play with the ball at their feet. So it becomes a total game. It becomes a complete game, 11 versus 11. So especially in England right now, it's just who wants it more.
Here is Rodri. Rodri looking to find Nunes over the top, cleared up by Doggy. Odebert. Simons. Simons looks like a total different player. Look at total different player. Guehi there. Like Guehi had defend for 2 people in a centre back.
Yeah. Well, I've earned him money.
Kosanov look like him gas. And Erling Haaland probably just take up. Seems like he just take up space now on them side, brother.
Well, he just wants a chance. So let's not trick ourselves though.
Junior, he already had that chance, and he kicked it on the roof for the goal.
Give him one more.
As Pep Guardiola says, how many chances are you gonna miss? This is what I'm paying you for. As we have what's a handball? What was that?
Yeah, handball.
Pep ready in more subs.
I sit there wondering who else can he throw on right now.
Now, but one of the questions that I have about
That's the score. Lord of mercy.
Guehi, Haaland, and nobody can get the ball in the back of the net. And Haaland is appealing for what? He's saying handball. Haaland a bug! Very good block there from Papesar.
Hey, the man using back, I kick out, like take out the ball off a Guehi foot.
Yeah, man, Papesar. And then he then blocked the Haaland shot with his left leg.
Yep.
And how Papesar now start the ball game?
Very good question.
And the question, where did Haaland get handball from this? Where was the handball?
And Papa Sarr is on the ground.
Okay.
But that wasn't going to be anything.
Corner kick to City. Cleared out by Spurs.
Beat him and go on, man. Man City, it looked like Tottenham now is kind of, they've run out of that little spurt of gas that they had earlier. And
Yeah, I mean, you can't keep that level. You have, I mean, the energy will come back in the game.
Yep.
All right, Reinders. I mean, he made the effort. Could he have chest the ball down?
Yeah.
Probably
Chest the ball
decided
down and try.
to head it instead. Headed it wide.
But
BCN Sports, watch along. Huh?
He went for impossible shot. Like even if he got that a goal, the chance of you scoring a diving header from 10 yards away, the goalkeeper like deserve a beat.
You know something I found out this weekend, like the former Liverpool assistant is Pep's assistant. Klopp's actually I think his name is Linders. He was on Klopp's staff with Liverpool. He was I think the first assistant. So now he's Pep's first assistant. And I'm saying all of that to say that Man City is looking a lot like Liverpool the final year club.
Wow.
Xavi Simons at them. Conor Gallagher. Is it Conor? Who that? Who miss it?
I don't know, but Guehi was instrumental in that save.
Tottenham, yo. 85th minute, all hands on deck. Back and forth. We go. Silva with it. It's another thing that, Man City is missing from Rodri. I know he's just coming back. Man City doesn't, a lot of their midfielders don't shoot, and they're missing it from Kevin De Bruyne. They don't shoot from outside the box.
Yeah.
And they want to pass the ball into the net. And you have to shoot from here. I think I think Ryan Cherokee seems to be able to do that. I think he did score one against Forest in and around, or maybe outside the 18. But in a situation like this where a team has collapsed and are in a low block setup, you have to be able to shoot. Why Nathan Atke out a warm up? Yo, on the tag, two City players at the back post again, both looking at each other like Bernardo Silva and Matheus Nunes. Like what is going on? Here's Rodri. Mark Guehi. If this result holds, Arsenal will end the week 6 points ahead.
Spirited fight though by Tottenham in the second half.
Yeah,
Very
man,
spirited.
and Joao Pellegrini in that centre back role has been awesome.
Yep.
Bernardo Silva has given all he got. Seems like he's off though. He's tired. He's limping. Oh, Phil Foden. Remember about him. Phil Foden is on with about what 3-4 minutes plus at a time. 2 minutes.
Can
plus
he write
at a
his
time.
name? Can he write his name into the lights?
Corner kick to Man City. Erling Haaland threw himself down and Mark Guehi with a header, and the ball ended up going wide. Haaland is saying that Dragashin was grabbing him. Dragashin did wrap him up, but you don't get that call, Erling. Not getting that call. What? The referee is talking to somebody? No. Erling Haaland looks a bit tired too,
Enough work the man put in,
We're seeing the Solanke. Solanke look like him come score 2 goals and injure himself again. VAR did look at the Erling Haaland claim and no penalty. Solanke down, getting a bit of treatment. Now the question about the question for Man City, and I think this is something that I asked last year or the year before. When Erling Haaland is not scoring, who is gonna be that guy? I mean, and I thought that letting go Julian Alvarez, one of the big mistakes of this Pep tenure. We see that Julian Alvarez apparently is unsettled at Atletico Madrid. Word is that Arsenal might be looking to sign Julian Alvarez in the summer transfer window. As Solanke is coming off.
Then my question now would be why? Why?
Byfield. Who is this brother Byfield? The yard man?
So, yeah.
So Solanke is off injured, it seems, Junior.
Come on, start, man.
We have 9 minutes of added time. Can we find a winner? Someone find a winner. And Rodri with a foul there on Gallagher. Referee says play on. Hey, Rodri just got muscled in that midfield by Pape Sarr and Conor Gallagher. I mean, Remember to join us at 5 p.m. for BCN Sports weekly football roundup. Of course, the Arsenal fan is asking where 9 minutes come from. I mean, I think 9 minutes sounds about fine. They had, of course, a Solanke injury. You have Ryan Cherokee down for twice.
Yep. I wasn't in the first half.
Yeah. So.
I know one of them was in the first half.
Yeah, one of them was in the first half. Oh, wait, Rodri need to get a card there, sir.
You don't think another goal is coming in this game?
Yeah, I mean, I think if Tottenham can win it, Tottenham is going to win this game. 3-2. And for the record, yesterday I did pick Chelsea to beat West Ham. Even though I didn't salt them up. No man, Tottenham looks like the better team. Has been the better team since about minute 55 in this football game. Maybe minute 48. So they have been the better team, and it's not about fancy football or anything else. It's just sheer effort, sheer work. Tottenham have been flying into the tackles. Man City cannot find a way around them. Like, look at Phil Foden. A simple pass a while ago, and Ryan does. Simple pass. And why Marmoush shut up on the field long time and take off Erling Haaland?
Why sounds so hateful?
So now, alright, so now you take off Rodri, so Nico goes in the hole. So you had two holding midfielders on to protect what you have, and you couldn't hold it. So now you're trying to what? Go again? I thought Marmo should have come on the field a long time ago. So Menu gave it away. How would that? Bye, Odebert. Look at this player. Look at the player a while ago. Foden versus Udagi. Udagi outfought, outmuscled Foden. Fresh leg in the ball game. Foden just entered the ball game 3-4 minutes ago. Udagi has been in the game since minute 1. And him outwork you? Come on. Referee says no foul on Marmoush as Marmoush trying to dribble through them from midfield.
I referee put up say, "Oh, get up and play, man."
And Man City players continue to complain. And it's gonna be another frustrated Pep Guardiola at the press conference. He did say something quite interesting to me I think it was at the pre-match press conference or post-match of the Champions League game. They won, of course, in the middle of the week, and you know they snuck in that playoff because of Real Madrid failure against Benfica.
Yep.
And he did say we were very nervous in the locker room watching that ball game. And, you know, he said when they sent that goalkeeper up, it was like, you know, because that goal made the difference, right? And to hear Pep Guardiola pretty much, you know, a man who have had so much success, hinging on somebody else to kind of help him through. He says you're going to have to send Jose Mourinho a thank you note or something. This kind of speak to where he's at with Man City now. It's just like the clock are closed, brethren. The time has come. All things must come to an end.
Yeah.
Nico Gonzalez to Guehi to O'Reilly. Remember to smash the like button, subscribe if you like the content. Content is not for you. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Hopefully you stop by again. Big up yourself. Like, alright. Man City needs a goal and they're pretty much passing the ball side to side. But them just a run clock. Them just a wait
program.
Look at Ryder. O'Reilly. Yo.
Yeah, that's a problem with them.
I joke this.
Yeah.
So this is where your creative players, your Reinders and Phil Foden should go get the ball. Like, yo,
Yep.
you in a creative player, go get the ball.
Yep. You're programmed to play as only one way, and they can't do any better.
All right, Semenyo. Semenyo, get up, man. Well, it seems like he got stepped on there. And Nico Gonzalez pick up a yellow card. I think it's more and more looking like Arsenal's year in the English Premier League.
There's nothing. I mean, I should have said nothing stopping it, but it's hard. It's hard. Aston Villa lost at home, like we talked about earlier, and now City now dropping points from such a commanding position. Yeah,
yeah, you can't win trophy and a lead 2-0. And especially a team that is so hell-bent on ball possession. Pep Guardiola's philosophy is ball possession. You have the ball, you're not supposed to surrender 2-0 lead. But you did.
Yeah.
And again, the thing that stood out to me is just the sheer, like, look at Archie Gray, how him under Marmoush skin a while ago. No room, and Marmoush just reached on the field.
Yeah.
Pep Guardiola is practically on the football field shouting at people.
Now, the funny thing is, Maresca can't take this job. Because if Maresca take this job, he's going to have the same complaints he had for Chelsea. He needs mature players. But I think Pep is a short. He has Bernardo Silva, who is a matured player, right? But he's not. He's overly matured. He needs a younger general to control the game with Rodri. He's missing that component.
And as we get the final whistle, big up to Tottenham. We're at time. Referee just waiting for. Yo, kick off ball. Let me come on, blow the whistle now, man. Well done, Tottenham. Well done, Tottenham. Big up. Well, absolutely well deserved. That second half, pulsating, riveting second half. Big up. As for mature players,
it have to come down to maturity.
I don't even know, Junior. I don't even know anymore. I don't know anymore. Because when I look at this Man City team, I mean, there's loads of experience in this team, in the squad.
There's loads of experience, yes. However, they have a bunch of players that don't know how to win games. They have a bunch of players that know how to enjoy a win and know how to help set the table for somebody to come and secure a victory. But they don't have anybody that can get the victory for them. Rodri was right when he said he's only one man and can't do it by himself. Right. So that now put in question your Ballon d'Or. Because at some point, you have to come up and take ownership of direction, ownership of motivation, ownership. We saw in the second half, you talked about the Palinia tackle on Idor, right? that was a motivational tackle. That was a yo. Oh, we're really in for this right now. That was what that tackle was to me. And Man City don't have a player on them team right now that was going to take that mantle and say, we're up 2-1. Tottenham is pressing us. For some reason, Javi Simons start playing better. I'm going to crank him. There's nobody on the team right now that is going to take ownership of that especially Pep coaching of Semenyo. But there's nobody on the team that is going to take that mantle, grab the whole bull by the hearts. I think Haaland wants to do it, but he doesn't have the ability. And that's one of his weaknesses right now. Because if Haaland he's the best goal scorer or one of the best goal scorers in the world. But if he was to be the best striker in the world, at some point he will have to say, all right, Cherky, you have the choppiness, give me the ball and move out of the way. At some point he would even if that don't mean you're going to be a single player, that don't mean you're going to take it up, take ownership and dribble down the whole field. But at least engineer something for yourself. So if all you can do, Erling Haaland, is finish a good cross, well, how about setting up the cross? How about moving it in such a way that we look at it and say, yo, that was a world-class move right there. So we saw Solanke did it for his 2 goals, right? And he did something where I am just going to put myself in a position where I can get something. I would never see Haaland do that to them. And that's a strike against Haaland. You know I'm a Haaland fan. But I'm going to call it how I see it.
Sometimes we watch football game and I say, all right, may I try find, delve down in the data and look at performances and stats and all them things. But,
yeah.
sometimes to me, like at the bare knuckle football game is just about competition. It's about individuals competing and winning a duel. And the sum of those won duels or won outcomes, or favorable outcomes, contribute to success. And I think this adds up to what we saw from Tottenham and what we've been missing and have been missing from from Man City through the game. Man City took the lead and Semenyo, you highlighted like how easy the goal was with Ryan Cherokee. So it's like it's back to this thing with there's this soft underbelly of this Man City team. And I say that because it's hard to find any other appropriate adjectives at this moment. But I don't disrespect their achievement, but you have to grind out victories to win trophies.
Until proven otherwise.
Yeah, you have to grind out victories to prove in victory. You get punched in your face, punch in your nose. And you spoke exactly about Erling Haaland. He's a goal scorer. The player that I think at the end of the day, when you're struggling to win football games or struggling to hold a lead, or things are not going well for you in your desired position, you have to do other things to help the group. And what are those other things? If it means for slide tackle or tapping a man ankle or whatever, show the team that the level of intensity and passion that you have for the job with Nando. And you mentioned the jaw pill in your tackle. How when he tackled and blocked that ball, it was like, yo, come on. And I think Erling Haaland is a type of player that gets down mentally when things are not going as well. He drags his head and hang his head. And I think that's indicative of the City team. It's a very finesse team with Ryan Cherokee, Reinders, finesse ballers, but them don't really have the physicality, get kick in our face and still play a ball. Them can't manage that. And that will be their downfall this season, because to win the Premier League, you have to be able to get kick in our face and still play a ball.
Yep.
But we will discuss this more later on at 5 p.m. The game ended 2-2, 5 p.m. a football recap show. We don't need to do no extra analysis. Winless in the last 6 Premier League matches. Spurs. Winless in their last 6 Premier League matches. There was
but earned a very good draw today.
And so sit in 14th position, 9 points above relegation. I saw an important image here, Junior. Vicario almost celebrating with Thomas Frank. Is that good to see, though?
In the context of the game, yeah.
You draw the game, brother.
Huh?
You draw the game. What we are celebrate about?
No, but in the context of the game, though, you're looking at it from where?
I'm looking at it from the totality of the game. You
you
came back from 2-0 down. You know going in the game that you've been miserable all at in the last 5 games at home. You went behind through pretty much softness. Where was that intensity from the jump? Why? Right, so if Thomas Frank is getting celebrated or getting credit and Vicario are celebrate the fight, then my question now is even bigger. Is like, why wasn't this from the start of the ball game?
Which is what Thomas Frank and company has to go figure out now. And worse, you lost your captain in Romero.
So have we heard what happened?
No, but I'm just saying though that you showed more fight with Romero off the field.
Yeah. 5 o'clock, we're going to chop this up. People, circle back 5 o'clock, 5 p.m. BCN Sports. Watch weekly roundup, football roundup show. 2-2 they ended. Man City dropped more points. Arsenal sitting good 6 points ahead at the roundup. Well, there's one more game tomorrow, but no implication on the table, the top of the table. Yeah. Yo, big up to those on the live. Smash the like button. Big up wherever you're watching us. Thanks for joining us. Junior, I hate that, 5 p.m. We're going to do it again, We're going to sit down and read through my notes and get ready for